What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy CamATL, and welcome back to another NBA Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comments section. Add your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Last night overall, when it comes to all the top picks at Price Made Easy, once again had a solid night. People were posting over in the player chat some good dubs last night, so it's good to see. Let's just keep it going, man. Keep this week going. Baseball video is already posted. If you haven't seen that yet, go on over that after this video. But let's get straight into the NBA picks for today. PropsMadeEasy.com. Bet smarter, not harder. Let's get straight into it. So, going to the NBA page, here we go. At the top of the list, you have Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's just really loved by Vegas, by the prop tool, and everything today. His fantasy score feels way too low. He's projected at 37.5. We have him about 45, 46 range, 8.86 differential between the prop line and our projection of him. Yes, our projections are elevated at times for certain guys, but that's because we really want you to understand that the data is really heavy on a player. And that's exactly what's happening here. The data is really heavy on Jaylen Brown today, having a solid game overall. 37.5 just feels way too low for his fantasy score. So definitely expecting 40 plus out of his fantasy score minimum today. Really like that spot for him here. You could also, if you don't want to take the fantasy score, you could also go the over 34 PRA. It was 33.5 earlier. A lot of people probably got that in. If you want to get his points, you can. Vegas still hasn't adjusted that yet. PrizePicks hasn't adjusted that up to 25 yet, but they will. So you could take Jaylen Brown's points over as a solid pick. We have him at 27 points, 2.57 differential between where the prop line is on prize picks and where we have him projected. So that's a solid option. But the James Harden fantasy score is also what I'm going to go back to. Now, I think they brought this down a little too much with Embiid active. I think with Embiid active, they felt like they needed to take Harden down, which is accurate. They do. But I feel like 40.5 is too low. I think they brought it down a little bit too low on him. And it's just not, yeah. I'm definitely all over getting the over James Harden 40.5. He had that solid first game. Obviously, he was having a ton of success against the Boston defense, which I am shocked by. I expected a blowout. I expected Boston to handle them handily in Boston. But with Embiid back, I think that helps Harden. Fine. I mean, that takes some of that attention off Harden. Harden had that big game one. Embiid's back. Um, Obviously, Harden's going to not have to do as much scoring. He'll be able to do more facilitating. But yeah, over that 40.5, 40.5 just feels too low for Harden, period. With Embiid in or not. And Embiid, probably not 100%. Um, so definitely like still rocking James Harden over the 40.5 fantasy score. I think he has success once again. We have him projected at 44.7, 4.26 differential between where his fantasy score prop line is and where we have him projected to do today. There's multiple options on this slate that are solid options though. We've got the big upside of Jaylen Brown. You've got Derek White popping super hard for Boston as well. Brogdon. All of these guys popping really, really well. But yeah, I mean, both of my favorite options are fantasy scores right now. It is a one game slate, so you only have so many options to choose from. But going over 37.5 for Jaylen Brown and going over 40.5 for James Harden feels like a safe bet for me. I feel like I said, I feel like they brought James Harden's fantasy score down a little bit too much. He should be at like 43.5, 44, 45 even. Um, yes, Embiid is back, but I just don't think that keeps Harden under 40 and a half. 40 and a half is just a little too low in my opinion. So I do expect him to get that 45 range. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Any unders popping super hard. So obviously James Harden's field goals attempts should go down with Embiid back. Same thing with Maxi, all that stuff. I do like the under on Smart's fantasy score. He's just that's a good differential, 3.82. We only have him slightly over 20. We have him over 22. But yeah, okay. That's it, y'all. So overall favorite picks: Jaylen Brown over 37.5 fantasy score, over 40.5 for James Harden. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's get this money once again, and I'm out. Peace.